Hello everybody and welcome. I'm Simon Leach. Welcome to the studio today. Today I just wanted to show you how to overlate a round pie dish. Let's get on the wheel head where the action is. So, bringing in the camera as close as I can here, and there's the wheel head. Switch to a more macro setting on the camera. Okay, there we are. As you can see, I have already thrown a pad of clay onto the wheel head here. So we're going to take a bat. Just be careful when you've got bats, that if they're wooden bats such as I use, that sometimes they can deteriorate around the edges and they can give you splinters, so just have a little look. Right. So we do a little tap centering there. Okay. So I had to do my... Now these lumps of clay are 800 grams. So let's centre up the lump as usual. Another warm day here in Spain. Summer has arrived with a vengeance. Okay, so this is not intended to be a lidded pie dish. This is just simply an open pie dish. So I'm going down now, forming the base of the pot. Sponge on the stick. Sponge on the stick. That's it. Thank you. When you're going down to the base, sometimes there's some water there. Just give it a little, so you can get some idea of the thickness. Right, and now pulling the clay out. Try and do that as evenly as you can, maintaining the same base thickness right the way across. Now that involves a little bit of toing and froing sometimes. Right, next we're going to throw up the wall of the pie dish, which is basically what we're doing is making a cylindrical form, albeit a little bit not very high. But this is where the ability to throw a cylinder well constantly comes in. I'm going to, in fact, with this one, I'm going to roll the rim. So when I get to the top here, take it to a slight, make it a little finer just on the edge, and then just roll it over my index finger here, and then take it down and tuck it in underneath there. Alright, so it's a slightly tapering pie dish with a flat bottom, with tapering sides, slightly coming out, wide at the top.
It's a deep pie.
Deep pie?
Huh. Maybe it's a Spanish thing.
How are your pies?
Wider.
Wider? What do you? I mean, it depends. You see, I mean, in England we would have you could have a, like say,
Is this a pot pie?
Chicken and leek pie, you know, with a crust. Whoops, a crusty top to it.
I'm thinking pastel.
I've got to knock the top of the
sweet pie.
No, this is not. I wasn't thinking of a sweet pie. But it could be used for a sweet pie.
Ah.
Any kind of pie. Could be a deep quiche, or it could be, although quiche dishes are slightly wider and not so tall. Alright. This same idea, basically what I'm doing is I'm demonstrating a technique here, how to do something. What you actually want to use it for, what you want to call it, will vary according to where you come from on planet Earth, I suppose.
Sorry.
What?
That I'm from a different country where we.
No, you don't have to apologise. That's what makes it all the richness of life, isn't it? We are all different. Thank God we are. God, it'd be awful if we all came from England, wouldn't it?
Tragic.
If we all came from Northern Ireland, or
Tragic.
tragic. Okay, so that's it. Now I'm going to demonstrate. Now, best to do this with slightly drier hands. So I'm just. Oh yeah, thanks, Marissa. If you just pass me that. I'm just going to. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take this wire and we're going to cut in. I'm hoping that we're going to get enough detail on what I'm doing, so I'm just going to actually come to the camera now and really, I don't know if I can get in there any more than that. I can zoom in, but the zoom on these things is never. Alright, we'll see how that turns out. Oops. Right. Now, bearing in mind the thickness that I've got in the bottom there, which is about that much, I'm going to now, holding the wire like that, with the depth of my finger underneath the wire. So the wire is not on the wheel head, there's a small gap. So what I'm going to do is I'm now going to cut in. I'm hoping they'll see the wire. Yes, I've just seen the wire there. Now, I'll demonstrate it. I need to carefully take it out again. I'll do the same on this side. Pull it, wire in, like that, and then out. So I made two little incisions on either side there. Now I'm going to physically lift the wall of the pot in. Watch. So now I take that and lift it and put it in there. Now you have to bear with me. I haven't actually done this for a long time. It may not be a brilliant first time. It may not be. Now, I hope you can see there what's happened. I've physically lifted the wall of the pot in. Now I'm sowing a seed idea with a lot of you out there. A lot of you are thinking, wow, I can do that. Yeah, of course you can. What I need to do now is just, in fact, we then just change the shape of the pie dish. You see? And because the clay is wet, I've cut it, and it's sort of like wet on wet, so it sticks very nicely, doesn't it? You know how well wet on wet clay sticks to each other. Now, that is now cut off as you would ordinarily do. Cut it right off. And I'm going to take that off the wheel head. I'm just going to show you how it is at the moment. Now, I can't do anything more with that at the moment. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that now to stiffen off a bit. A bit later on I will make the shape a little truer here in the side. May even add a couple of little lugs on the end here. And this piece here that is excess at the moment, that will just be cut off with a knife and just smoothed in, and you won't even know it was there. Okay folks, this is Simon Leach saying, hang on in there and keep practicing. You can do it. Have a go. Okay, bye now.